everyone, I hope you're all good. So if you clicked on this video, it means that you are probably just as excited that it's November as I am, and that is just a little bit closer to Christmas. Because it is coming up to Christmas, I've decided that I'm going to do more crafty videos. Christmas is the best time to craft. That is when I make most of my crafts around Christmas time, because there's just so many lovely things to make. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I make this Christmas sweetie hamper. They call them trugs. So when I say that, people don't know what I mean though, so I tend to just call it a hamper. But yeah, it's got cute little Christmas tree sides, and it is well big enough for loads and loads of sweets and chocolate. So every year I get this out and I put all of our Christmas goodies in there. So yeah, I'm going to show you now how I make that. So the first and the most important thing that you're going to need is the trug or the hamper. This is from a website called Wooden Box UK. I will link that in the description box. And they're about £9 something to buy like this, which I don't think is too bad. And then obviously the other important thing that you will need is paint. I'm going to paint this one white. It's actually aged white, so it's a bit more of a creamy white, because I thought I've got a red one, why not make a cream one, and maybe I'll give this one to someone as a present. I'm going to be using this aged white, and it is from, it's a Crown tester pot, because I just think it's better to get the tester pots for stuff like this rather than buying a big tub, and the tester pots are like 50p. So yeah, and then obviously paintbrush. So now I'm just going to quickly show you how I do the prints for the front and back. So I go onto a website called Canva, www.canva.com, and I'll link that in the description as well. So on Canva I get the correct dimensions for what the front and back are, which I'll put just down the bottom right hand corner. And then I just literally design the print. It's really easy. If you go onto Canva, they can run you through like how to design prints, but I don't want to go into too much detail now and bore you, but it is really simple to do. You can download your own fonts and all that stuff. I just got this image here from Google, I think. I probably just put in Christmas images and it just come up. If you go onto Canva, then that will run you through how to make designs like this, but this is where I get them from, and then I download the images, and then I'm just going to print them off. So I've printed the prints off, and now I've just got to cut them out. If you are having trouble designing your prints, or you just don't know how to do it, then drop me a message and I can email you the PDFs of these, because this one's not personalised, it just says Christmas sweetie hamper, and then I've got this lovely print. So yeah, if you're having trouble, leave a comment or drop me a message and I will email you over the PDF version of this, so then you can print it yourself at home, if that's a bit easier for you. Yeah, so I'm going to cut these out, and then they are going to go on the front and the back of the box. So I have cut these out now, and you may have noticed that it is a bit darker. It's because it's later. I ran out of time earlier, I had to pick the kids up from school. They're now in the front room watching the Santa Claus film. I know it might be a bit early for that, but they asked. So now I'm going to use Mod Podge. I always say Mod Podge, but it's spelled Mod Podge, so I guess I'm going to have to say it that way. Yes, I'm going to use Mod Podge and my little Mod Podge brush to stick the prints onto the front and the back of the trunk. So yeah, I'm going to do that now, and this is the bit that I love, because this is when it really starts looking nice. I always forget when I'm doing Mod Podging to get like a tissue. I feel like, am I zoomed in here? So now I've stuck both sides of the print on, and I'm going to add the glitter ribbon to go across this front bit. And to do that, I am going to use my glue gun. Oh, the glue's fallen out. This ribbon is from Hobbycraft, and it is like a glitter ribbon, so you can see it's all Christmas and glittery. Before I add the ribbon, actually, I'm going to sand around the edges of this, because if you can see along the edges sometimes there's like a bit of an overhang of paper, so I'm just going to sand that off, make it nice and neat. I've done the sanding and I'll show you, it kind of gives it this look, I don't know if you can see around the edges, like a bit worn, which I really love. But if you don't, then just sand it very, very lightly just to get the excess paper off, and then you shouldn't get that. But I don't even know if you can see, but it's just like a little bit worn around the edges, and I think it just gives it, dropped it. That is for my favourite bit, and that is putting all the decorations on. And as I said before, I'm going to use the ribbon and then some of them other felt embellishments. So just to put the ribbon on, I'm going to get my glue gun and stick it on. I'm going to do a few dots along the bottom where it's going to go. If you don't have a glue gun, you can also use Mod Podge to stick that down. That will probably work just as well. So you just put a bit of Mod Podge along the ribbon, and it sticks stuff like that really well because it's light, it's not something heavy, is it? So yeah, so that is the ribbon stuck on. On the red one, I've added a holly leaf embellishment, a reindeer and a Christmas tree. I want to make this one slightly different, so I'm going to add a different felt decoration. I am wondering, I am going to either use this Santa, or there's this Santa, so they're both cute. This bear, there's a Christmas pudding that I can use, a penguin, a gingerbread girl, there is a boy somewhere too, or there's this reindeer, which is sweet. There's a snowman, a boy elf, so there's a girl elf as well. So yeah, I don't know what to use. I'm going to put a few on here and see what I think looks best. Okay, so this is the holly leaf that I'm going to use. It's slightly different than the one in the other box. This has got a bell on it, so it jingles. So I'm going to put that there, and then it is, I don't know, so that's too big. That's not going to fit anywhere. There's the snowman, which just about fits on the end. Looks quite cute. There's the centre, which is really lovely. He's got a wonky moustache though. Or there's this reindeer. Wondering if I'd move that side, and then that side. That looks nice. The gingerbread. I quite like the idea of sticking the gingerbread girl on there, because seeing as it is a sweetie hamper and gingerbread is food. Or Christmas pudding. Oh, I don't know. I can't even ask for your help because it would be done by the time that you're watching this. The elf girl. Oh, I think I prefer the reindeer. Right, so this is what I decided. I decided the reindeer, the holly leaf, and then a little Christmas tree. So that is what I decided for that. Now the last thing that I'm going to do is add the bells to the other box. So for that I've got just this red ribbon, and for the twine that's going to hold the bells I've got this gold and white twine, which is all that sparkly and nice, and then I've got the gold bells here, and then these little holly leaf stickers I'm going to stick either side as well. So all of that stuff was from Hobbycraft as well. It's pretty much all from Hobbycraft, but you can probably get them from lots of different craft stores. Yeah, so for this bit you just want to kind of guess how much you think you're going to need. I'm not tying it in a bow, I'm just tying it in a normal tie. I don't know what you call that, it's probably got a name. Yeah, so I'm going to cut it about there and then just tie. Actually what I'm going to do, so I make sure they're the same size, is measure that up against there and cut that one, so then I know I've got two the same size. Yeah, so I'm going to tie this round here. Yeah, that's that one, and if you think it's too long, obviously you can just cut it a bit. I quite like it long. And then I'll do the other side. Then you can, as I said, cut them a little bit shorter. I'm going to cut them just a tad shorter to make sure they're even. Now to add the bells, we'll do a similar kind of thing, but using this twine. I'm going to grab a bell and then lick it a bit, make it flat, and then thread that. So in the bell there's like a little hole, it's kind of like threading a needle. Tie it round there, and then I'll just do like a little knot at the back. And then that is pretty much it. So I've added the bells on the side and the little holly leaf sticker, all the bits on the front, and that's the back. And then it's done. Now I have two. What colour do you prefer? I think I still prefer the red, but it's quite nice the white, it makes a bit of a difference. And I just love these images on the back. That's like a little sweet shop. And then this one, I just love that, it's just Santa and reindeers. So that is the end of the video. I also added some tissue paper in there, and then you're ready to put your sweets in it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to be doing lots more crafty videos. I've got my Christmas Eve boxes video coming next week, hopefully. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye!